Hey there friends, how's it going? So today we're looking at Last Christmas, and I want to show you a few different keys you can play that song in. And said another way, I'm going to show you how you can use your capo. And by putting it in a few different places on the fretboard, it'll allow you to play the song with different sets of chords. This Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to somebody special. Based on a love, now this can be advantageous for many ways. Maybe you want to avoid bar chords, you want easier chord shapes. Or maybe you just want to get a different sound. You know, maybe you're playing this with friends and they're playing it in the key of D. And you want to say, hey, I'm going to be up here in the key of G. You know, you're using different chord shapes, but because of the capo, it'll sound the same. You'll be able to play along with the George Michael Wham version or with any real life buddies you got there. So now let's look at this really quick. So this song, Big Picture, it uses this 4-chord sequence repeating over and over again, right? 2 measures of each chord, right? So D, 2, 3, 4, D again, then B minor, then B minor again, then E minor, play E minor one more time, then A is the next chord, play that 2 measures, right? Use whatever strumming pattern you want. I have a whole separate video teaching how to play this song. I'm using this sort of percussive slap strum pattern. Next year, to save me from tears. So this is how you play it with no capo. But say you want to avoid that B minor, right? One thing you can do, and this is what I teach in my other lesson, is you can use capo 2nd fret. So what this does is we're adding the capo, we're sort of going, we're a whole step up from if we had no capo on, and that means that we have to go a whole step down with the chord shapes. So our D becomes a C, our B minor becomes an A minor, our E minor becomes a D minor, and our A becomes a G. So you notice how this sounds the same to your ear, right? This is our C, this is our A minor. I gave it away. D minor of 2 measures, then G. And it repeats, right? Once bitten, twice shy. I kept my distance, but you just walked on by. I'm making up the words here. I might not have them fully memorized, but you get the idea, right? Now, say you want to mix things up even further. We can do that, right? We can just keep going up with the capo. And as we go up with the capo, we're going to have to go down with our chord family tones, right? So if we add 3 different half steps, right? 1, 2, 3, we'll be on capo 5. And all that means is we have to go down 3 half steps with our chord family. So we go from C down to 1, which would be B, down 2, which is B flat, and down 3, which is A. Okay? So you don't have to understand that necessarily, but just know if you're capo 5, you can use these chords. A, I gave you my heart, then F sharp minor. So we do need bar chords for this sort of capo placement. Then B minor. To save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. And we can keep going. So let's go even higher with the capo. So we're going to sort of add 2 half steps of capo. That means we have to remove 2 half steps. We go down in pitch. So our A becomes an A flat and then a G. Same chords will work. G. Then E minor. Then A minor. Here, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Now to prove this works, let me put on this backing track I made. This is just playing D, B minor, E minor, and A, but it's played with no capo. So if I put it on, it sounds like that. But I'm going to demonstrate how I can play with G, E minor, and A minor is next. And then D minor is going to be next. And it's in the same pitch, right? It works to the ear. Everything is in key. Okay? Okay, You could strum along, you could play fingerstyle, you could do whatever picking style you want. But my point is you could get multiple people together, multiple guitars, one of them puts a capo on, maybe the other one is playing in D. And then it just sounds, interesting because you're using chord shapes that are at different points of the guitar, right? You notice when you're in Capo 7, we're a bit up the neck here. So these chords have a bit of a higher in pitch sound to them. But as far as the notes to the ear, we are totally in key with, or in sync with the D, the B minor, the E minor, and the A. Okay, so a few quick notes. If you want to sort of follow along with some printouts I made that teach you this concept, attached to this video on my website, I'm going to have the 12 different major keys and what are the chords in each key. This is helpful because we use this numbering system, this Roman numeral thing, right? You have your 1 chord that's major, your 2 and your 3 chords are minor, your 4 and your 5 chords are major, and then your 6 chord is minor. Now, you might notice in the chart I showed that I have a 1, a 6, a 2, and a 5 at the top. And what that's showing you is whatever chord family you're in, you're just going to use the 1 chord. In this case, that's a G. Then we use the 6 chord, the minor 6 chord. And when you're in the chord positions in the key of G, that's going to be an E minor. The 2 chord is going to be an A minor. And then the 5 chord will be a D, okay? And if you use any of the other capo positions I showed you, notice how those numbers will check out against the chords in each key. So the chords in each key exist, and if you need help with your 12 notes, I have another PDF attached just showing you the circle of notes, right? What is the order of notes? And when I was saying before how the capo moves up, that means that the sort of notes we use almost have to go down. It's like a balancing act, right? The capo goes up the neck. The chord family goes down. It goes counterclockwise, down in pitch as far as the circle of notes are concerned. So those are available to you. There's tons of applications for understanding these things. What are the chords in each key? What are the 12 notes? If you understand these, there's lots of cool stuff you can unlock. But these are available over on my website. And I also have this backing track available if you want to follow along with it's playing D, B minor, E minor, and A. But you can position your capo on as I showed you and follow along. So if you want to practice, that's available on my website as well. And of course, I have the lesson for Last Christmas. It teaches you the full song. I teach it using the chord shapes in the key of C, capo 2nd fret, right? But you can use a lot of what I show you with the strumming patterns, no matter which key you're playing in. And I also just posted a video showing you the melody notes in Last Christmas and show you those if you're interested in following along. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a good one, a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.